Good evening, everybody. This is Neil Powell. Hope this finds you and your family doing well. Today we're going to study another very misunderstood Bible verse. It's Romans 8:28, and it says this: "And we know that God causes all things to work together for good to those who love God, to those who are called according to His purpose." So this verse is taken out of context a lot, and people will say stuff like, yes, well, I wrecked my car, so a better car is coming towards me. Or I lost my job, I got fired, I got laid off, so a job that's better, that makes more money, that's got better benefits is coming towards me because God works all things together for the good. That's not at all what this verse is saying. We got to look at the context. Context is key every time, for one. And two, how does this work in real life whenever someone is diagnosed with cancer and it's terminal? I realize God can heal them, but He don't always choose to do that. How does this work in real life in the situation I just gave you when you lost your job, you're fired, you're laid off? How does this work in real life when you've lost a loved one to death? This scripture does not say all things are good. It does not. It says all things work together for the good. And who is this promise for? Look at it real closely. For those who love God and those that are called according to His purpose. This promise is for Christians only. If you've used this verse to counsel an unbeliever, quoted this verse, you're messing up. Because an unbeliever does not have this promise. He or she does not. That's what it means when it's said to those that love God and those who are called according to His purpose. So what does this verse really mean? Let's look at verse 29 because context is key. For those whom He foreknew, He also predestinated to become conformed to the image of His Son, so that He would be the firstborn among many brethren. Whatever God does, He works it out to our benefit if you're Christian and His glory. Okay, this may mean that you put your trust too much in your job and He caused, instead of trusting God for providing for you, He caused you to lose that job so you will trust in Him more. This verse means all things work together for good for those who love God and those who are called according to His purpose, so that we are predestined to become conformed to the images of His Son, so that we will become more like Jesus. Now, God does sometimes choose to make things better for you. He does, but He don't always choose that. The things that He is working together for your good and His glory is to make you more like Jesus, make you more like how He lived when He was on this earth, putting your trust and faith in God. That's what that means. It don't mean if you wreck your Chevette, He's going to get you a Corvette. It don't mean that. God is not impressed with material things. He's not like we are. Everybody within the sound of my voice wants money, wants material things, including me. I'm not going to lie and say I don't. But God does not promise that. He promises to take care of us. He promises to provide for us. But that doesn't mean living in luxury. That doesn't mean kindergarten and Kool-Aid. It does not mean that. He wants to do things that are good for you, that make you trust in Him, to bring you into a closer relationship with Him. That's what this verse is saying. So you can keep using this verse if you want, but understand what it means in its original context, okay? Because it doesn't mean what you think it means. I hope that helped. Thank you.